Hello, my dear listeners. My name is Kishore Ganesh, and in this episode of the Vocal About Visuals podcast, I will be sharing my thoughts on the Telugu language investigative thriller Thimmarusu, starring Satyadev, Priyanka, Jawalkar, Brahmaji, Ajay, and more. It can be streamed right now on Netflix. Thimmarusu is a remake of a Kannada language movie called Birbal Trilogy Case 1 Finding Vajramuni, which in turn was based on a 2017 Korean movie called New Trial. The story revolves around a lawyer named Ramachandra who not only fights for what is right but also believes in fighting righteously to obtain justice. In this sense, he is the quintessential hero. Thimmarusu is a film that is in the same vein as Mathew McConaughey's Lincoln Lawyer, which happens to be one of my favorites. Like in Lincoln Lawyer, in this movie, Ramachandra has to get his hands dirty and investigate the case in order to gather not just the required proof but to identify the actual culprits, because the case in question is one where an innocent person has been framed for murder by the cops, owing to which he has had to spend 8 years in jail. Ramachandra decides to take up the case to deliver justice to the victim, who is currently out on parole, because even if he is out of jail, he is still wrongfully tagged as a criminal in the eyes of both the law and society. Starting off with the writing, I should say that it is really good. Thimmarusu is a smartly written thriller that does justice to the audience time that's spent watching it. I'm gonna keep making these justice-based puns, by the way, don't mind please. Thimmarusu managed to create the all-important mood for such a movie, and the makers don't make the mistake of commercializing this genre movie. The homages to Captain America Winter Soldier in the form of an elevator fight scene and to Sherlock, the British series, through a dialogue are entertaining touches. On the whole, the writing keeps you engaged for the entire 2-hour 7-minute duration of the film. Moving on to the performances, Satyadev, who plays Ramachandra, does justice to this role. See, I told you. And is 1/3 of a lawyer trio who have pretty good chemistry between them. The other two members are Priyanka Jawalkar, who plays Anu, the leading lady, and Brahmaji, who plays Sudhakar, the best friend/colleague. Both the actors play characters that are able supports to Ram, aka Ramachandra, and they play them very well. The entire cast of the film, including the aforementioned actors, do a commendable job in creating and maintaining the quote-unquote mystery mood. On the whole, Thimmarusu is a pretty good investigative movie that is bound to entertain you. The makers cleverly reveal new pieces of info at the appropriate times that push the story forward and keep the audience guessing throughout the runtime. The final reveal could have been staged better, but that said, the reveal itself, along with many other twists that one finds throughout the movie, are very satisfying. A well-written script that stays loyal to the mystery genre, good performances, and tight editing that results in a runtime of a little over 120 minutes makes Thimmarusu a movie worthy of your consideration if you are in the mood for a decent to good mystery movie. Now, I watched two movies back to back, Thimmarusu and Tughlaq Darbar, and it was an interesting point to note that Thimmarusu deals with the dysfunction in the justice system and Tughlaq Darbar dealt with the dysfunction in the Indian political system. Once again, my name is Kishore Ganesh. This is the Vocal About Visuals podcast, and thank you, my dear listeners, for your time and for listening.